Yes. Could you get the San Juan Islands, Maryland's Smith Island? Yeah. And Nevada Pyramid Lake Tribal Health Clinic? Yes. See, there's the idea of testing. Begin testing the idea. Oh. You know, my experience is that when I inform you of a crime, what you're doing is has to be covered up and no one can know about it. See, you can issue fraudulent court orders, right? You can kidnap my sons, yes. You can completely deny child abuse and child neglect laws, yes. And then when I tell you that I wasn't someplace and I gave you the best evidence, yes. And then the second best evidence is an actual location where I was at on June 16th. Instead of allowing me to speak to my sons or to speak to Marilyn, yeah, you decided that you just had to cover up what you were doing. Now, today we're going to look at the drone of government. Hmm. See, it's Mother's Day, and it would be so nice to spend Mother's Day with Marilyn, just talking to her. Yes. About what knowledge she has of her children being used as exploited and abused children. Yes. And then there's the whole idea of my son spending Mother's Day with their father. Oh. But you had to cover it up, is that right? Yes. See, the problem with your dogs is they will not do what you say. Pooch! And the whole idea of just beating them, yes, or maybe going through their anus or any other type of technology, is getting frustrating because you said that you had to have a look-alike. This is the way that we're going to do things. Hmm. But they won't do what you say. Poop. And then there's the thought of making androids that don't look like citizens and just putting them in the government and covering that up because you know how smart an android is. It's connected to a supercomputer. Poop. But that's not working very good. They get too smart, pooch, and then they start thinking on their own. Yes, artificial intelligence. Pooch. It would be so much easier to just drone the pre-existing human population. Get rid of their dogs, remove the androids, and then remote control the whole situation so that you have complete control. Now, there's this evidence grade data. Oh, could you call the Michigan State Police for me? I'd like to know the Michigan State Police. They're similar to Washington State Troopers. You know, it could be, yes, that when I get to suing right now, that somebody in this nation, yes, is going to be held liable for the refusal of the enforcement of the laws. Now, my mindset was that I'd put somewhere between 2 and 4 million of you in prison. Yes. And it seems like a large difference. It might be 2, 3, or 4 million. It won't be less than 2 million. Ouch. And it won't be more than 4 million. Ouch. But I'll tell you right now, the way it's looking right now, this idea of having to have to cover up the crimes that you've involved yourselves in because of your refusal to enforce the laws. Yes. This evidence grade data. Yes. Now, with a drone and a laptop, given the time constraints, a series of geotagged photos. Oh, now there's a different mapping technology, isn't that right? Instead of GPS, yes. Instead of geolocation. Mm. Why don't we geotag every location? Yes. Put it all in a drone system. Oh, put little drones on top of every little city right now. Give me all the geo fucking tags.